Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see past paper questions based on sine graph. Let's get started. First question. The diagram shows the graph of y is equal to a sine bx plus c for x 0 degree to 2 pi where a, b, c are positive integers. State the value for a of b and of c. They have given us the sine graph here. As we know that the normal sine graph starts from 0. So we have to look that it starts from 0 here, which is on which axis? This starts from 1. That means my axis is at 1. Axis is the c value. C value is your axis. That means my c value is 1. Let's substitute the value here. So c value is 1 here. Now I need to calculate the amplitude here. From the axis, how many units my graph goes up and how many units it will go down. Let's calculate that. From the axis is at 1, it goes 1, 2, 3 units up and 1, 2, 3 units down. From the axis, it goes 3 units up and 3 units down. That means our amplitude is 3. Here, amplitude is A here. So that means the value for A is 3 here. I need to calculate the B value. We know that the period of the sine graph is 360 degree or in radian mode it is 2 pi. My one cycle completes in 2 pi radian. Now I have to look here from my graph that my one cycle completes in which radian. That means if I start from here, my one cycle completes in pi radian. To calculate the value for B, we know that B will be given by 2 pi over period. Here, my period or one cycle of the sine graph is pi. Let's divide it with pi. So it will be 2 pi over pi. Pi will got cancelled from here and the value for B is 2. In the period of sine, that which is 2 pi radian, that means there are 2 cycles inside that. As you can see that from here, one cycle completes in pi, second cycle starts and it will end in 2 pi. That means within 2 pi radian there are 2 cycles of sine graph. Let's see the next question. They have given the sine graph here. The figure shows part of the graph of y is equal to a plus b sine cx. Find the value of each of the integer a, b and c. As we can see that here the axis is A here. We have to see the graph here from where our graph starts from. Our graph starts from here. The axis is at 3. Axis is what here? Axis is A here. That means the value for A is 3 here. Let's substitute the value here. The axis is at 3. Now I need to find out the value for B. B is our amplitude here. So how many units it is going up from the axis and how many units it is going down from the axis, that I need to find out. Let's see that. This is our axis here. It is going 1 and 2 units up and 2 units down from the axis. That means the value for B, which is our amplitude, that is 2. Let's substitute the value here. The amplitude is 2 here. I need to find out my period. What is my period? Here period is C. To get the value for C, this is given in the radian mode. As you can see that here, this is in radian mode. I need to calculate the value for C. We know that the period will be given by 2 pi over C. To get the value for C, I need to switch the places. So the C value will be given by 2 pi over period. Now I need to see that what is the period of my sine graph here. If you can see the sine graph here, my one cycle starts from here, it goes up, it went down and my one cycle completes here. The period of my cycle is pi by 2 here. Pi by 2 is the period of my one sine graph here. My one cycle completes in pi by 2 radian. As you can see that here, it starts from here and it ends here. That means one cycle completes in pi by 2 radian, which is my period right now. Let's substitute the value for period as pi by 2 here, which will be written as 2 pi over pi by 2. We will write down 2 pi by pi multiplied by 2. Pi will got cancelled from here and you will get the value for C as 4. That means there are 4 cycles inside the period of 2 pi. Let's see that from the graph here. My one cycle starts from here, it will end here. Again, second cycle starts, it will end here. Third cycle will start and it will end here. The fourth cycle will start and it will end here. Within 2 pi, I have 4 cycles, which is the value for C we have. Let's see one more example here. As we can see the graph from here, the diagram shows a sketch of the graph y is equal to a sine bx plus c. For x is greater than or equal to 0 less than 180 degree, find the value of a, b and c. C is our axis. First we have to see that from where our graph has started. Let's see that our graph is starting from here. If I put the line here, this is my line. So this is my axis here basically, because my graph starts from here, which is at 7. That means the value for C is 7 here. Let's substitute the value here. So the value for C is 7. I need to find out my amplitude. What is amplitude here? Amplitude is A here. So amplitude is how many units my graph is going up from the axis and how many units it is going down from the axis. Let's see that here. So it is going 1, 9 will be here and then 10, 5 will be here. So if we calculate that, it will be 1, 2, 3 units up and it is going 1, 2, 3 units down from the axis. My amplitude is 3. So the value for A is 3. Let's substitute the value for A. A is equal to 3. I need to find out my period, the value for B. To calculate the value for B from here, they have given us the graph from 0 to 180 degree. I need to see that how many cycles are there inside 180 degree. Let's calculate the cycles inside 180 degree first. So my sine graph starts from here. It goes up, it went down and it ends here. My one cycle ends here. So I need to calculate how many cycles are there inside 180 degree. Let's calculate that. It starts from here and it will go up and it will come down and it ends here. That means it finishes 2 cycles. Let's calculate one more. So it went up and then down and the third cycle ends here. It again went up, it came down and the fourth cycle ends here. Within 180 degree, there are 4 complete sine cycles inside that. So if I calculate it from 360 degree, how many cycles will be there? So it will be double of that, because 180 degree multiplied by 2 is 360 degree. So within 180 degree, there are 4 cycles. So within 360 degree, there will be 8 cycles. So that means the value for B will be given by 8. Let's see one more example here. On the axis below, sketch the graph of y is equal to 3 sine x minus 2 from 0 to 360 degree. As we know that minus 2 is the axis we have. Our axis is at minus 2. Let's plot the axis first. So minus 2 is here. That means my axis of the graph is here. This is my axis. Let's rearrange that little bit. So this is my axis here. I need to look for my amplitude. Amplitude here is given by 3. That means it will go 3 units above the x-axis and 3 units below the x-axis. If I calculate it from minus 2, it will go 1, 2, 3 units up and 1, 2, 3 units down. It will go till 1 and it will go till minus 5. I need to see that the period will be written by the value of B. The period will be given by 360 degree over B. Here the value for B is 1. Let's substitute the value here 1. 360 degree over 1 will be given by 360 degree only. My cycle completes in 360 degree. So how we are going to plot this? So we have to divide 360 degree into 4 parts. So let's divide 360 degree by 4. 360 degree divided by 4 will be given by 90 degree. That means if I start from 90 degree, then 180 degree, then 270 degree and then 360 degree. That means I have divided 360 degree into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. Now how we are going to plot it? We know that the basic sine graph is like this. We starts from 0, it will go up, then it will touch the axis again, then it will go down and it will touch the axis again. So it starts from -2. Let's plot the value. -2 starts from 0. Then 90 degree, it is the amplitude. Amplitude was 3. It is touching here. So it will touch here at 1. From the axis, it is going 1, 2, 3 units above the x-axis. Now in 180 degree, it will again touch the axis. Let's plot the value here. It will again touch the axis here. Now 270 degree, it will go down. At 270 degree, it will go 3 units down the axis. That means 1, 2, 3. It will touch at -5. Let's plot the value here. Then again 360 degree, it will touch again on the axis. So it will come back and it will touch on the axis here, which is at -2. Now let's join that. So if we'll join that, my graph will go like this. So this is my sine graph for y is equal to 3 sine x minus 2. Let's see the next part from here. Given that mod of 3 sine x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to k, from x 0 degree to 360 degree, write down the value of k. This means that I need to first plot the modulus of my graph. What is the meaning of modulus? As I explained you earlier, modulus is below x-axis. There should not be any part. Everything should be moved on the positive direction of the axis. Where is our axis here? X-axis is here. I need to flip all my graph which is below x-axis to the positive direction of y-axis. Let's plot the values first. This is at -2. 2 units down the x-axis. This is my x-axis here. How many units it is down? 1 and 2 units down. That means if I have to move this on the positive direction of y-axis, that means I have to go 2 units up. 1 and 2. That means this point will come here. If I see the point here, this is how many units below the x-axis. My x-axis is here. It is going 1 and 2 units below the x-axis. That means if I have to move this on the positive direction of y-axis, I have to plot my point 2 units up. My point will be here. This point, as we can see here, which is at -5, how many units it is down from the x-axis? As we can calculate here, this is our x-axis here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down the x-axis. I need to flip it on the positive direction of y-axis. I will plot it at y is equal to 5. So this is my y is equal to 5 here. I will move this point and I will plot it here. We will see this point here. This point is 2 units below the x-axis. So if I have to flip that, I need to plot this 2 units above the x-axis. It will be 1 and 2 units. That means my point will come here. Let's flip the graph here. So my graph will go from here. It will touch and then from here it will go up and it will touch here. This is my modulus of sine graph. Whatever the graph they have given to us. They have given us the graph for 3 sine x minus 2. I need to calculate the value, what value it will touch. As you can see from here, this is my axis and it is going, the maximum value it goes to 5 here. As you can see that this is 5 here. So that means the value for k here is 5. Let's substitute the value here. So mod of 3 sine x minus 2 will be greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 5 here. Let's see one more example. They have given us the sine graph here. Find the equation of the curve shown in the form y is equal to a g bx plus c, where gx is a trigonometric function and a, b, c are the integers to be found. As we can see from the graph here, this is our sine graph here. Now I need to find out the axis first. As you can see that from here, this starts from this value. What is this value here? This is at 7. My axis is at 7. Let's plot the line first. So if I plot my line is here, which is my axis. So my axis is at 7. The value for C here is 7. Let's substitute the value here. So my value for C is 7. Now I need to find out the amplitude. How many units my graph is going above the x-axis and how many units it is going below the x-axis. Let's calculate that. So from the axis it is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. That means my amplitude is 5. What is amplitude here? The value for A is the amplitude. That means my value for A will be 5 here. I need to calculate the B value. B value will be given by 360 degree over period. I need to calculate my one cycle or the period of my sine graph. As we can see from the graph here, my sine graph starts from here. It will go up and again it will come down and it will stop here. That means my one cycle completes in 90 degree. The value for the period is 90 degree. Let's put it here. It will be written as 360 degree over 90 degree. If I divided, my value for B is 4. We know that the period of the sine graph is 360 degree. In 360 degree, we have 4 cycles. We can see from the graph, my one cycle ends in 90 degree. Then again it will start, it ends in 180 degree. Again it will start and it ends in 270 degree. Again it will start and it ends in 360 degree. Within 360 degree, I have 4 cycles. 1, 2, 3 and 4 cycles. The value for B is 4. Now we have to write down the equation of the curve in terms of y is equal to AGBX plus C. As we know that this is our sine graph, the function GBX is our sine function. So let's substitute the value here. So my function will be given by y is equal to A. What is the value for A? The value for A is 5. G function is our sine function. So write down the sine function and the value for B. The value for B is 4 and then the x plus C. What is the value for C? The value for C is 7. So the equation of the curve will be given by y is equal to 5 sine 4x plus 7. That will be our answer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye bye everyone.